Now that we have added, set up an organization using the tool Startup Wizard, and we have also seen the RBAC setting, and we have created the users, the next step would be to create approval matrix. So by default, you could create approval matrix rows using the admin login, and using the RBAC settings, the organization can change this particular setting. So I open the new code here, and we give a code name. Suppose we say laptop purchase. Laptop purchase for commerce or BCom. And then we select document type. So there's an option where you could select multiple document types for which this approval matrix rows should work. So considering we purchase a laptop, uh, you would need to have PR, PO, and GRN to complete the entire cycle. And assuming we use the same row for AMCs, etc., like services, so let's also take service acceptance for this particular laptop so that we can see through the entire process for both procurement and as well as expenses. So the tool is uh, has some automatic settings where in case you're doing a GRN, it will not give you an option for expenses. However, if you do a service acceptance, which is for expenses, you will have expenses here. So this way, I want to create a one approval matrix row for all these document types. So I'm taking all the boxes so that using one submit, we can create approval matrix rows for all of these document types. Then again, same thing with classification. I will not select anything because generally organizations will like to have similar approvers for different categories of assets. So let us keep it simple, and we leave this option as blank. But however, if you select fixed assets, then this approval matrix row will work only for fixed assets items. And if it is inventory item, it will work only for inventory. So the more you select, the more restrictive the approval matrix row will become. So now assuming we need to purchase laptop, which is Ultrabook. So we mentioned these category L1 and L2. So for all Ultrabook purchases, the tool will use this particular approval matrix row. So you can, in case you have different approvers for different L3 categories, you could go and mention that only for this category of laptop Ultrabook, this will be the approver. For different category of laptop Ultrabook, there will be a different approver. So to make it simple, I would only add BCom codes to show how routing can be different basis what you select here. So because I have made it restrictive now, in case I do a purchase requisition for BSc, then this row should not get picked. So we will see this setting as we go along, different dimensions of the tool as we proceed to different pages in this tool. I'm not making it more strict, and just wanted to highlight that similarly the routing can be different for different specialization, different location, different department, and you can set that only this should be an allowed requester for this particular item. And floor, this is the amount you can set, or from this amount to this amount, this will be the approval. From this amount to a different amount, there'll be a different approval. So the floor is the minimum amount and amount limit is the maximum limit. So you could add multi approval. So I will choose SP as the manager here for this particular purchase, for approving this particular purchase, and then I say create code. Just reconfirm once, BPOM, and then create code. So new code has been created. Now let's set a different approver for BSC for the same item. So laptop, here, PU, here, and SA, here, leave it black, laptop was, which in BSC, check, we can screens and we create code. So we will select a different approver, SP2, so that we can see how whether the tool is routing it correctly. So let me just reconfirm that this is for BSc course BSc quantity. Yeah, course BSc. So this way, you could go and create the approval matrix flows. And wanted to explain one more feature that you can download a template and upload it into the Excel. So it will have similar columns. Also, you can at any stage, if you want to present applicable approval metrics rows, which is ongoing, you could select this option as export. So in our next session, we'll go about creating these documents, PR, POGRN, and see how routing gives, how the documents get routed.